So this one's going to be kind of raw, guys. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be raw. Are you going to come out of there, bud? It's going to be raw. It's going to be blunt. But hopefully... Are you done? No? But hopefully there's some understanding about all of it after I'm done. You see, when I call someone sheep, right? What I'm referring to is the lack of ambition, the lack of fire, the lack of motivation. It's literally, and I'll be generous. I'll say 90% of the human race is sheep. But what is a sheep? Beyond the lack of all that, well, it's somebody who goes along with the status quo, who embraces the zeitgeist a little too much. Where'd you go, chick? It's somebody that does not have a thought for themselves. Sheep are the ones that want to tell you what to do, but won't actually get off their ass and do it themselves. It's the people that do not embrace that if you want anything in this life, you have to do it for yourself. It's people that are taught a trade, and because they're good at that trade, they think they're the man. They think they're the woman, right? They think they got it all figured out. But in actuality, they've never even experienced a moment of desperation in their lives. The first time that they experience adversity, they fold. They crumble. They're the ones that'll stand over you and tell you exactly what to do and how to do it without walking that road by themselves. Because if they actually had to step out and walk that road by themselves, they know that they would be seen as a fraud. The fraud that they really are. Right? Oh, why can't you do blah, 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 blah? Well, you do it. Well, not to shit on anybody, but let's take somebody from my own life, right? You have a man who came into my life when I was like 8 or 9 years old, tried to demand that my mother put him before my brother and myself. And I'm disabled. Just let's put a little exclamation point on that one. Who throughout my whole life talks all kind of shit behind everyone's back. But when they turn and face him, he's all smiles and yeah, we're good, blah, 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 blah. Who is so intimidated by true presence, true maturity, that he had to wait until my grandfather died to start exposing himself for what he really was. Who never had to go out and fight for a job. He always had somebody hand him a job. Do you get what I'm saying? There was no adversity in this person's life. He never had to try. He never had to do anything. All he had to do was show up, do the job, collect the paycheck, And because of the time in which we lived, minimum wage could carry a wife and 3 kids and a house and everything else. And then as they get older, he would sit there and criticize, well, why can't you guys do this? Why can't you guys? When he is so out of touch, he does not know the economy. He does not know the job market. He does not know anything because everything was always handed to him. He was abusive, verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally. But anytime somebody stood up to him, he would cower. He was a bully. That's what bullies are. Anytime that somebody can prove them wrong, all they have to do is raise their voice and shove their chest out and try to push someone around, even someone who's disabled. And now look at him. Stage 2 esophageal cancer. Something that his doctor even told him, all you have to do is stick to the schedule and it'll be a cakewalk. Just do all this on time. We caught it early enough. Do all of this, it'll go away. You never have to deal with it again. And keep in mind, his stuck-up, selfish, self-absorbed sister was given stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and she beat that shit no problem, right? So compared to him, she was on death's door, and this chick did everything that she was supposed to do and then some. She became an expert in her cancer, like most people should, with the adversity that they're faced with. But he's given something that you could literally skip through life doing and make it out on the other side as long as you follow the fucking schedule. What does he do? He goes to one treatment, and then all of a sudden he's sitting on the couch, does not even go for his blood transfusion that everybody was telling him, go in and do this so you feel better and we can carry on. Instead, he cowers, he crumbles, he sits on his ass, pops hydrocodone like it's fucking candy. That's not a surprise. It might be a surprise to his family. It's not a surprise to me. He is an addict. He's always had an addictive personality. The man always treated life like it was a party. Tomorrow never came. We got to put money away. You work under the table. We need to put money away for our retirement. We need to buy a house. We need to do this. We need to do that. Tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. To the point where this man is now 74 years old, sitting on his ass, still popping these hydrocodone and playing like he's the fucking victim. That is a sheep, ladies and gentlemen. The person that wants to stand out and puff his chest and swear to God that he knows everything, that you are stupid and you are worthless and you know nothing because he's intimidated by your natural intelligence. Do any of you know what it's like to be more mature and more adult than your own parents and your step-parents by the time you're 10? Raise your hands. Anybody? Anybody? To the point where he's running the process so much that all these people have to do is just run a review on his case because his son, my younger brother, stepped in to be his caretaker because old man didn't want to listen to me. He didn't want the disabled kid telling him, Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like, oh, what do you know? What do I know? I've only lived with cerebral palsy my whole life. I was only diagnosed to never walk, and I put in the work. And I can walk, I can run, I can dance a fucking jig around you. Well, you sit there, and the first time you hit adversity in your damn life, you cower and you crumble, and, oh, I can't, it's too hard. Sheep. Sheep are the ones that will sit there and tell you up one side and down the other what to do. But if you ask them for details, they can't give you any, because all they're doing is stealing knowledge from somebody else that they've heard, just to make themselves feel more self-important. So, ladies and gentlemen, hearing all that, are you a wolf? Are you a lion? Are you the predator? Or are you sheep? Do you steal people's ideas to make yourself feel better? Do you steal people's personas to make yourself look better? Do you actually know who the hell you are deep down inside? Did you walk that road in order to find out? Have you tasted desperate? Have you tasted despair? Have you been on the edge and pulled yourself back? Or, easy you two. Or are you the one that will start a fight and never finish it? Because you need your own self-importance more than you need the truth. Because you can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson. That's what it comes down to. There's doers and there's don'ters. And the don'ters far, far outweigh those of us that do. And it's not hard to figure out who the doers are. They have the track record of it. They have it all. It's that person that the sheep will turn to and be like, you've never experienced this kind of pain. And you look at them and you go, motherfucker, I was born never to walk. I had to do grueling stretches to this day. I had to do a grueling workout to this day in order to just get out of bed. And then standing up, because your muscles and your tendons are so tight to a degree nobody will ever understand unless they experience it. You look at them and you go, I walk through hell every single day just to exist. Don't tell me I don't understand your pain. Just because karma hits you like a motherfucker later in life because you thought it was party time 24/7. The money would always be there. The work would always be there. You never prepared. You don't know what the fuck you are doing because all you've done is copy other people that had to walk the hard road, that had to live the hard path. Because the high road is much more easier than the low. That, ladies and gentlemen, sheep. Even this, look at her. As of right now, a year and a half in, These two dogs that you get to see while I ramble on technically don't even belong to me. But because I was willing to do the hard work and acclimating them, making them feel like they belong, making them feel comfortable, making them feel safe. So other people could stand there and be like, yeah, isn't my boy such a good boy? Isn't she such a good girl? When behind the scenes, they don't trust them for shit. Oh, we gotta lock her away. She has to sleep in a kennel. She can't be out. She can't be trusted. How do you know that? No. Stella, none of that shit. Did you do the work with her? Did you do the work with him? And then you wonder why you can tell them to do something and they'll sit there and look at you like you're stupid. And then I just have to look over and be like, hey, do it. And they do. Do you know why that is? That's because I have the consistency with them. I built that trust with them because they watched me put in the hard work with them to show up for them every day. I don't disappear when someone else tells me that I need to put them first. I'll let you guys make your assumptions off that one. I'm sure we'll do a talk about that one at some point. These are my babies. Because I broke for them. I bled for them. I was willing to be the villain for them. I'm willing to stand up and be like, no, it's fucked up that you guys leave her in a goddamn cage. I put in enough work to where you can trust her roaming through the house now at night. Maybe not before, but you can now. And you know what? Sheep hate that more than anything. Because they want so badly. Getting myself a little worked up now, sorry. They want so badly to be able to put you down, to be able to disqualify you, because they know every word that comes out of your mouth is some form of truth that digs into their very soul. It's like a knife repeatedly stabbing over and over and over again. Because they know what you're saying is true. They know that they never stepped up. They know that they never grew up. They were permanently Peter Pan. None of that. Hey. Crew. I'm glad I got that on camera right there. Stop. He likes to instigate her. Nah, it's me and you right now, bud. He loves to instigate her and get her in trouble. Stella, no. Good girl. You better stop now. And that is exactly how they act. That is exactly how they act. Forever the child. They can't handle someone else being right. They need to convince people that their struggle, which was no struggle at all, let's be honest, is what really matters. But if you think about it, if you've never tasted desperate, if you've never been homeless, if you've never had to deal with a disability, if you've never had to deal with a come to Jesus moment, what the fuck would you know in the first place, right? What the fuck would you really know? You see, people like to judge what a real man is based on, oh, he's big, he's buff, he can beat everybody. It doesn't matter, because everybody's stronger than me. Everybody can break my body. But I would love to see out of the 7 billion people on this earth that aren't disabled, how many of you could face the darkness the way that we do? And how many of you can make it look fucking good? How many of you could actually come out and make it seem like he's not in pain? He doesn't suffer. Because a motherfucker is so disciplined that he learned a long time ago. And we're talking 40 plus years ago. Because I've been doing this since I was 1.5. And the pain, other than a high IQ, the pain makes you remember everything. How many of you would cower like that piece of shit in the house there? Play victim when it was all in your hands to take care of, and you decided to crumble before the race even got started. How many of you are going to expose yourselves like him by the end of your life? I wonder that, truly.